Why do some people get offended at my choice to wear a mask? Because it was never about freedom of choice. It's about signifying their weird political beliefs and who is on whose side. I think it should be more normalized to wear a mask when you're sick like they do in Japan. I remember reading something a while ago that a lot of life choices adults make that are different from the traditional assumed default norm, for example not getting married, not having kids, being vegetarian, vegan, etc. of the kind where people will constantly question you on it or expect you to justify it. In my 40s now, and finally people have stopped asking me about kids, but still ask why I'm vegetarian, are treated that way for the same reason. There's an assumed value judgment on the part of the other person, where they think that, because you made a choice to live differently than they do, that you think you're better than them. I live in a country where tall poppy syndrome is definitely a thing, so can definitely see that as reasoning. Because they are making assumptions about your political leaning based on your appearance. You are wearing a mask, so you must be leftist. If you are leftist, that makes you one of the ones that want to force me to wear a mask too. They are stupid, and have let Fox News convince them that you wearing a mask is a political statement. I say fuck those idiots that give you a difficult time. This is your choice and nobody else's. Society has become, if you're not with me, you're against me. So if people see something they don't agree with, suddenly you're the bad guy. It's fucking stupid and you just have to ignore those people. I love that you start coughing when they do that, lol. I've never had a problem with anyone when I'm wearing a mask, but I'll definitely do that now if someone gives me shit. Because stupid bottom feeders like to bitch and moan. Luckily y'all outlive them. Your methods are stronger. It depends, are you wearing the mask correctly? As in your nose and mouth covered? I see more people wearing it either under their nose or low enough that their upper lip is exposed and the mask is sitting between their lips, than wearing it correctly. I don't care what anyone else does, but I saw someone with a plastic face shield in Target last week and I definitely looked at them funny by accident. A lot of people are under the impression that the reason masks have been anywhere from suggested to mandatory was that it was supposed to stop you from getting sick. Masks were never intended to stop you from getting sick. Hand washing and social distancing was supposed to accomplish that. The reason for wearing a mask is, if you're infected with something and not showing symptoms yet, you can still spread it to somebody else. Masks are meant to prevent that. It is perfectly appropriate to wear a mask if you have a cold, so others won't catch it from you. I don't know, but I've heard that's common practice in some Asian countries. I do it myself. But for those who mistakenly believe the mask is meant to stop us from getting sick, they are going to assume we're paranoid and/or gullible. I also wear one if I'm actively coughing and have to go inside somewhere. It's funny because whenever I do, people will be like, do you want me to put one on? And I mean, the one that's already sick. Only if you want to. Masks in the US are politicized. If you wear one, you're automatically classified as a liberal. It's not your mask that's offensive to these people, it's what they assume your political views to be. To paraphrase a favorite saying that goes with their stereotype, you shouldn't care if it offends them. Because they are Republicans and stupid. A well-documented method for lowering R0 has been politicized, to the point that people feel negative attitudes to other people taking steps to protect themselves and others. In any reasonable society, this would be seen as a sign of insanity. Answer: because even though it is your right to wear a mask, it's seen by many as compliance. Has happened to me a few times as well. Once, I obliged and took the mask off and coughed right in the idiot's face. He got all upset, but I just shrugged and told him he was the one complaining about me wearing a mask. I just want to say thank you for wearing a mask while you're sick. Whatever you've got that day, I don't want it. Thanks for being cool to others.